just get this figured out. This world gon' give me whatever I need until I get this vision out. Then they gon' pay me whatever I ask, cause I got it figured out. Family be checking all up on a nigga to see how I'm feeling now. Damn, they love to see a nigga really make a killing now. I put a lock on the game and I hide the code and the keys. I am not playing no games, I really play this shit for keeps. That shit for me.
MaddenHeadz YouTube. What's going on? It is your boy, Coach DC, coming back at you today with another video. And today, man, well, I guess we sit on the verge of yet another patch. So I guess we're gonna patch what we patched before, or something like that. Yeah. I call something, man. I just be on all the little platforms when I get time sometimes, and so I just saw the Mud guys were having a pack strike. I was like, wait a minute, I didn't get the email. What Mud? I felt left out. But yeah, so us franchise guys, that's pretty much dead's anything we want at this point. Yeah, if the Mud guys go on strike, man, that's trust me, that is priority one. Hey man, let's hope we can get to call timeouts. When we got them. Whenever we get to play franchise, whenever that may be. All right, man, let me stop kidding. I'm really not. But yeah, and also, man, I just, I'd be on the different platforms just watching different stuff. And so I also see what guys are talking about. That's how I come up with doing the videos, just seeing what people are talking about. And so I just caught wind that guys are really, is aggressive catching like really a thing at this point where guys are saying that it's OP? Like for real? Is it not a skill? Like, even for the guys who are just throwing it up 4 times and hoping for the best, it's still, I mean, as long as they're clicking to the receiver, I have no problem with it, because a guy throwing 4 streaks is just, I don't know how that beats anybody. I mean, this game is literally, the AI is handing out picks left and right. I mean, if you can just put your guys in the right spots. So, but it just made me think, because I'm like, man, I know the guys that I'm working with, in the sessions and in the hundreds of guys a week that are doing like virtuals or getting the virtual sessions and stuff. It's the stuff that I see these guys doing when they send me these clips. This is skill. This is not a throw it up 4 times and hope for the best. It takes a lot of timing and know how to actually really get any level of consistency. They don't call it a 50-50 ball for nothing. I think somebody, one of my guys on Instagram sent me a message, said that this week. So I guess it's not called a 50-50 ball for nothing. I'm like, yeah, but if you know what you're doing, and I don't understand what would be the issue with the user getting the benefit over the AI. And that's funny to me that, guys, how would you complain about a guy making a user catch when you're not even clicking to the defender? In essence, you're complaining about the user beating your AI guy, and you're just sitting there watching the AI guy when he's actually in position and you could do something about it yourself. Yeah, so that's kind of weird. But, it's to me, I like it because it's creating a skill gap, whether you know it or not. I mean, whether you've ran into it or not, and you run into one of these guys who through some means has learned this stuff, whether it's through, my resources or someone else's, and they're proficient at it, man, it's crazy. But it to me, it makes the game fun, because now it's gonna force, and I think this might have been the plan all along, is that, we were gonna eventually adapt to what the AI was doing. And I've said this in numerous videos, is that, coming into 23, is that, we'll catch up to it. And I see a lot of guys catching up. And so now, it seems that, the AI is not carrying its weight with a lot of people. So now all of a sudden there's a cry out in the community to aggressive catching or whatever. And a lot of this stuff is not even aggressive catching. If y'all really understood that if you put your receiver in the right position and the ball trajectory and everything is right, you're gonna jump getting a rack catch or a secure catch as well. I mean, like I said, I think the leaping secure catch is still the best animation on the game, by far. I've said that I said that in the virtual that I released yesterday, talking about, more efficient catch, making your catching animations more efficient. So, if you haven't copped that, you might want to go over there to Coach DC 404, grab a hold to it and, get out here and do your thing. Hey, become one of the growing, the growing minority of people who can really just get down, down the field. And I mean, it's guys out here who, if they catch you in one-on-one situations, they are really taking shots. And a lot of that stuff has to do with, it's like you have to understand, like, we can't play this Madden the way that we've played in years past. I mean, with the free form, and it's not even always necessarily freeform, because if y'all watch a lot of my passes, you don't ever see it come up as freeform because my placement is so good. This is some stuff I was trying to teach y'all even before 23 came out, but it's placement. Everyone wants to holler freeform. I don't say anything. You see the little white circle barely moves when I throw it because my placement is really, really, really good. And so that puts me in a position when I hold the lead. That's probably something that a lot of guys are not really understanding on this game. Is, if y'all remember, there was a point where they were talking about there was going to be a power setting, to the placement and accuracy thing. I think it was supposed to be power and all that stuff. Notice how they don't really talk about the power thing anymore, because it kind of phased out, just due to the normal mechanics of it. Meaning that you power is something that happens with how long you hold the button. And that does not necessarily mean always a dead-on bullet pass, like you got to squeeze it really hard. I can hold the lob, or I can hold the touch pass. It's just you squeeze the button lightly and then you hold it at that pressure point. And so if you can do that, then you're going to get velocity. That's power unto itself. That's how power is created onto your throw. You can lob a ball, meaning you don't have to just necessarily just tap the button to do a lob. You can just press it very lightly and hold it there, just like on this situation right there. And so you can get it over a lot of these smaller defenders. I talked about in years past about vertical space, and a lot of times, like in the years past in Madden, I just simply because of the way we were throwing the ball, it was almost impossible to take advantage of vertical space. So, like, watch, this is what I mean by vertical space. Is a high throw right here. I can get the ball over that underneath defender, yet still in front of the trail technique defender that's behind me, and still make the catch and still come down and still able to string together moves. And actually it was a pass interference call. I don't know how, but that's what this game allows, with the freeform. Like I said, I'll say freeform. It's not necessarily the freeform. I'll let you guys think whatever it is you want to think about that. But it's just ways to put the ball into spaces on this game. And some of my session guys, the guys who have really like came in and bought into a lot of the mechanic stuff, they know what I mean. Like, there are just ways to place the ball and put the ball into spaces where you don't even have to really lead much on the game. It's just, this game is very specific and very particular in terms of pressure, in timing and all that kind of stuff. It's real football in a sense if you play it that way. Now, if you think about it from a Madden perspective, then that's what it's always going to be. But if you think about it from a football perspective, like in this situation, I think I have a step. So I'm going to throw it as if I have a step, and then, once I get into the click on process after holding the lead. See, if I let go of the lead early, the ball has a tendency to lose the velocity on the end. It's almost like holding your form at the free throw line, when you follow through. They tell you don't just shoot it. You're supposed to step in, shoot it, hold your follow through a little bit, get some English on the football, as they say. But, it is what it is, man. We're going to live and learn with this game, man. But I still like it. The functionality is terrible, but I do like the game. Anyway, we're going to